So we have a discourse going on between, I think majority like Mexicans and the Black community. And I just have to say to my Mexican people who are asking why the Black people are not like protesting with us or whatever. Why? Why would they? 92% of their women voted for Kamala. 80% of their community of men voted for Kamala. 60% of Latinos voted for Kamala. And I believe the majority were women and the majority were Mexican. But that number is crazy, considering that Hispanics and Latinos are becoming the fastest growing minority. Like, we are going to be the majority soon. And it's crazy for me to think that number was so fucking low. And now you're asking where the Black community is when they're the ones who tried to avoid this. Hello?
Okay. Over 3,500 views, over 150 comments, all pretty much saying the same thing. I learned that lesson. I hear you. It's given me the perspective I need because, I mean, yeah, the numbers don't lie. We have to take care of us before we can ask anyone else to come in and support us. And specifically the Black community, which after all the comments and all the replies and everything, I mean, yeah, the numbers are there. The data is there.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right. So guys, in today's episode, we're going to be featuring a Latino man who came out to speak to the Black community. And quite frankly, I feel like he's a very different caliber of Latin creator because he realizes the mistake and he understands the communication that Black America is putting forward. Yeah? Right. Because in his videos today, you're going to be seeing him address the Black community. And I understand a lot of Black people have left many comments, especially from his first original post where he was urging Black America and other people of color to unite because what is done to one group is automatically going to be done to another group. Right. So he took his time to read through the Black American comments and why they said they were sitting that one, this fight out, but it doesn't mean they're not there to support. They're simply just not going to the street to protest with them because they feel like Latino community put them in this situation, and until the whole group of the Latino community understands this fact, they can't join in the war. Right. But this brother here, I feel like he gets it. Mm-hmm. Right? So let's just watch what he has to say and then we come back and talk about it. You can consider subscribing if you're new to our channel and let us know what you think about this episode. Let's watch.
I think it's time we learn to save ourselves and let the Black community rest. Because my God, have they not done enough fucking work? So, yeah. Where were we during the George Floyd protests? Or the Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland? When their community was getting killed, where the fuck were we? Because I do not remember seeing any Latin people out there. Now, maybe there was one or two of y'all. I don't remember seeing any Mexicans out there. So why should they put their time, their energy, all of this into helping a group of people who didn't give a shit about them when they needed our help? Think about that. Also, where the hell are all you Latinos for Trump at? Because I see a lot of you guys crying on here that you regret your decision. He lied to us. He used us. Where the fuck are you? Are you out there protesting? Because you motherfuckers are really the ones who need to be out there. You guys. And all your fucking regrets for voting for him with your dumbasses. So before you guys start wondering where the Black people are, wonder where the fucking Latinos for Trump are. Where the fuck are they? That should be the question we're asking.
All right, Latinos, mi gente, we need to do better. I need you to watch this video all the way through because it's important for everyone, no matter what background, no matter what you believe. I need you to watch this. a few days ago, I made a video about unity. You can go look at it. It's called "We Are Stronger When We Unite." And the overall message of that video was, if all of the minorities, particularly the Black community, if we came together with Latinos, just how powerful could we be? What are the things that we could change? What is the impact that we could create? I was coming from hey, if we unite, we can do a lot. And the Black community showed up and they had a lot to say, and it wasn't great. But I'm thankful because they clarified that in my message, I missed very important context that changes, or more so, speaks to the truth of where we're at. We are in a very important place in history. We are in a position where how we organize, the things that we do now, today, tomorrow, in this administration, is going to determine a lot. Go back, look through my video, watch the comments. But if you notice, the overwhelming numbers that you'll hear is 92%. 92% being the amount of people in the Black community who overwhelmingly voted for Harris. Now, you compare that to the 46 to 52% of Latinos that voted for Trump. I was asking for them to come help us. And their response was, first of all, we've been doing this a lot longer than you. But second of all, you can't even help yourself. Why would we come and help you? And after reading through 150 plus comments and responding to most of them, it really dawned on me that they're right. They have been organizing and fighting and responsible primarily for the progress of this country for hundreds of years. And for us Latinos, we can't even get our house in order. We can't even agree on who we should vote for and who has our interest in mind. And not to mention now with these protests, I'm seeing people burning American flags. Why would you burn the flag of the country you're fighting so hard to stay in? Why? We are proud Mexicans. We are proud Latinos. I understand the flags because it represents who we are. But we should also be flying American flags because this is our home. This is my home. I've been here for 32 out of my 33 years in life. It is not us versus America. It is us fighting for what America is for us. And it is us learning to unite and support each other and organize. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of conversations that we need to have, and we need to unite and organize and do a better job of moving in the same direction, moving in the direction that is going to be good for all of us. So a lot of the comments were, don't come and ask us for help. Take care of your own house. Figure out what y'all got to do. This message has to be for you. And it was hard. It was hard to read through the comments. It was hard to comment back. It was hard to hear it again and again and again. But I'm so grateful for the Black community that showed up and had this discussion because they're right. And you know what? We do need their help, but we need to learn how to organize the way they did. Instead of asking them for help because we're the ones in trouble now, we need to learn how to organize ourselves. And more so, before we can ask anyone else to jump to our aid, we need to learn to jump to our own aid, and we need to learn to be there and support other people before we ask anyone else to come help us. So for all of the people who commented, we're sitting this one out as a Black community, y'all figure it out, I get it. And I think it's right. I think it's right because we as Latinos, we have to do a better job of supporting each other. We have to do a better job of organizing. We have to do a better job of proving that we can unite and we can organize under a common cause. And not just because we need it,
but because it's good for everyone. And when our black brothers and sisters are there and they're going through it, we have to show up for them. Unity starts with us setting the example. It starts with us making the changes that we need to make in order to help ourselves. Because other people are going to be a lot more willing to help us if we're organized, if we're moving in the right direction, and if we're doing things for others because it's the right thing to do. So if you are a Latino and you are someone who wants to make a change, and if you're someone who wants to see America be better for us, we have to learn how to organize within ourselves. We have to learn how to better understand what it is we want and do it the right way. Stop burning American flags. Organize. Learn to support each other. Don't vote because the things that he's saying, the hateful things, the hateful rhetoric doesn't apply to you. Don't vote for just what's good for you. Vote for what's good for your own family, your own loved ones, even if you don't have any family that's undocumented. We have to come together and we have to learn that until we are voting for an America that is good for everyone, it's not going to be the America that we want to live in. So yeah, I learned, and again, I've said it before, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I made that video. I'm grateful that I had so many people reach out, and the love and support from that community that I felt once we had conversation, once people DM'd me and we had a chat, it was incredible. They've done so much for all of us that we don't even notice. We've benefited so much from the black community and all of the effort that they've put in to make this country one where people like us are more accepted. It's our turn. It's our turn to lead the charge. And not just because we're the ones being attacked right now, but because we have the numbers, but because we have the power. And I think once we learn to organize, once we learn to row in the right direction, to take the charge in fighting for everyone's rights, then the black community and every other community is going to be much more open to unifying with us. It may take time. We may not agree. We may not get a lot of this right, but I think we have to want it. And I think we have to step out of our own personal bubbles and step out of this, not my battle, not my fight, because it is. So to all of those in the black community who saw my video, who commented and said, take care of your own house, talk to your own people, I appreciate it because I think that's what we need to do.
So glad that I made that video. I'm so glad because comments like this are important, right? I don't take any of these comments as confrontational or disrespectful. I think that it goes to show how the Black community feels about the Latino community, right? The fact that we aren't doing as much as we could to support other minorities that are also dealing with all of this, right? I know that we're all dealing with this to some degree in our own ways, but exactly what I highlighted in that video of we tend to focus on things that matter to us directly, and then once it's someone else's turn, we kind of turn off. That's what we need to change as Latinos. So if you are a Latino and you are watching this video, I think this is important because it's not going to be the first and last time we're put in this position, and it's not going to be the last time other minorities, like people in the Black community, are put in these situations. So yeah, it should start with us. And yes, we should be much better at showing that support if in the future we want support. So I appreciate everyone who's commented on these videos and has shared that perspective because I think we need to know what we're doing or not doing, and we need to be better at it. So as much as we feel persecuted and chased and all of these things now, we have to understand that there's other people who feel this way too. And it's important for us to pay attention when it's happening to them too, because that's why people feel like they can come after us, because they can go after all these other groups. So why not us? If we come together, if we help support one another, it's going to be better for all of us. But yes, it begins with us setting the standard of having to change. It's us understanding that we can do a better job of supporting other minorities so that those minorities feel more inclined to help us as well, because I totally understand that we can't ask for something that we're okay. Over 3,500 views, over 150 comments, all pretty much saying the same thing. I learned that lesson. I hear you. It's given me the perspective I need, because I mean, yeah, the numbers don't lie. We have to take care of us before we can ask anyone else to come in and support us, and specifically the Black community, which after all the comments and all the replies and everything, I mean, yeah, the numbers are there, the data is there, the history is there. I mean, y'all unified. You guys showed up for each other. We're the ones that didn't show up for ourselves or for you. So to everyone who commented, thank you. Like, I am taking all of this and I'm not pushing back, because that's a perspective that I don't see, because I'm in it, right? I'm surrounded by people who think like me, who see the problem like I do. But I don't think about all of the people who don't, all of the people who are within our own Latino group who voted against what is right for us and everyone. So it's hard to hear, it's hard to look at it that way, but it's 100% right. So I appreciate everyone who took the time to comment. I appreciate everyone who took the time to say it, because I'm just looking for a solution. I'm just looking for an answer. I'm just looking for a world in which you're not scared to exist and be who you are, regardless of who you are. But I understand the problems you're discussing. I understand the issues that you're pointing out. So, I'm here to learn. I'm here to figure out what my role is in this, and how I can help create a future that I want with the limited power that I have as an individual. But, again, I'm so glad I made that video, because it gave me that perspective that I needed, and just how, the Black community sees what's going on within us. So I hope that, everyone who commented continues to engage with me and other Latinos, and we can have a discussion, because I think that there's a lot that we can learn from you and how you mobilized. And, we need to do that. We need to catch up. So again, just incredibly thankful for all of the comments that just made it very clear, where I need to start and where some of us need to start with our messaging.
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about the video you just played here. I feel like this is one form of taking accountability, because as I said in the beginning, this is a different, like, should we say, breath of fresh air, to see that someone from the Latin community who speaks so clearly like him, and he came out not making excuses. Yeah, he has decided to dedicate his time on his platform to try and understand, which he is now beginning to do, yeah, the plight of the Black community. And he doesn't take it in negative light when the Black community says, no, we are sitting this one out, and he understands the consequences. Yeah, right. And what actually impressed me with his episode is that he took time to answer each and every comment from the Black community that was written in his platform. Because most people would ignore or move forward after saying what they have to say. But this one is taking time to educate both races, the Black community and most especially the Latin community. Right. And I feel like, guys, you can always see the true intentions of someone behind the actions they do. You can tell the true intentions. Yeah. The reason why I'm saying this is because there's another lady, I think she's Mexican but lives in America. She's an American citizen. Yeah. And this lady was asking the Black community, why is it that they don't join with the Latin community? Yeah. And there was a black creator, a woman who came out to respond to her, yeah? And the response in which this lady, how she described and the name she called the black creator was so out of pocket that it truly exposed the intentions she had with trying to address the black community, which were not genuine, intentions, yeah? To the point where she used comfortably the N word on TikTok, and she further went on to call the lady a B word, yeah? That just showed that she wasn't asking the question out of genuine intentions, but
out of entitlement.
Yeah, out of entitlement, and she was acting like it was a must for the black community to support them, you know, and not forgetting that it was them who put their own selves and their people in that situation, yeah? So when you go back to this guy, yeah, I feel like he really takes his time and he's doing the work, you know, trying to educate his own ignorant people. Also, there's still a lot of work to be done between the Latin community and the black community. There's still a lot of work to be done, and this is the one step towards correcting things. But then again, I say, for as long as because there's still anti-blackness in the Latin community, it still exists, yeah? So for as long as a few people like him come to speak out, it does bring out the different voice, but there's still a lot of work to be done because a bigger percentage in their community still are not for black people, and they don't fight with black people. So that, I still see it's gonna cause a little bit of a problem. So rather than coming onto the internet and asking the black community the same question other creators are asking, because we've seen a lot of people ask the same question, why are you not joining us? Rather than doing that, how comes, because black Americans do communicate and they do it clearly, how about you take time to go through your comment section and actually learn something? Don't look at it as a way to banter words with the black community, or don't look at it as a way of creating conflict in the black community and Latin community. I feel to some extent that some people are not genuine when it comes to this, and for as long as that continues, no lesson is going to be learned. At the end of the day, you're asking yourself, now that you found yourself in a situation where you found yourself, do you feel like there's actually a lesson you've learned from all of this? Are you looking at the bigger picture? Because the black community is not the enemy right now, because they are not the ones who did that to you. So they're not the enemies right now. You need to sit down and reevaluate everything, your history, and who is actually the one who is causing harm to your community. So guys, let us know what you think about this episode, and also consider subscribing if you're new to our channel, and we'll see you on our next episode.